Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Power Button Podcast. I'm your co-host, Darren Badmouth Beasley. I'm at my house. I'm in quarantine. Y'all know how it is. And who are you?
I'm your co-host, Josh Meany, also home and in quarantine from the future Power Button studio.
Yeah.
That Darren hasn't been in yet.
Yeah.
We've been away for obvious reasons, you know.
Yep.
Pandemic going on.
Yep.
So, our first topic is going to be life during a fucking pandemic.
That's gonna be our first topic.
That is, yeah, because we gotta let people know what have we been going through? What's going on right now?
All right. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, do you want to start? What are you gonna say? What dumb shit are you gonna say?
Oh, I got loads of dumb shit. No, I mean, this thing got a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna. You know what I mean? Like, I did not think it would get this big. Last time we recorded, we're like, yeah, you know, it'll be back to normal soon. You know, some movies are getting delayed, but, you know, the amount of movies that have been delayed, events that have been canceled, like,
Yeah.
this thing's crazy. My work is crazy. Everything going on there, all the precautions we're taking. You know, the wife is unemployed, collecting that big ass unemployment check that people be getting.
Yep.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, I moved. You know, I got a third room to do all my videos and do our videos in here. Got everything set up, and we're finally attempting this. We don't even know if this fucking thing will drop. Who knows?
I know, we don't really know if this is gonna work out. It's the first time we're doing this, so.
But how are you dealing with the pandemic?
Oh, it's been a shit show. It's been an absolute shit show. I've been here at home doing fucking nothing really. I got like minimal things set up because I'm waiting for the fucking carpets to come in. This has been one hell of an experience. I could go on all about this place and everything that's
Yeah, no,
happening,
I was just thinking, like, while I was talking, I was like, I have so much I could actually talk about, but like,
yeah,
No one
because
cares
you
about my
moved
life.
in, and
Yeah,
and I
whole
moved
bunch-
in.
whole
We
bunch
can
of stuff has
talk
happened.
later, like not
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the podcast, you know. Yeah, but no, dude, I've got fucking bags of Burger King, dog. It's got to that point. I haven't had fast food since you and I were kids working
My
at Power at Preforms Plus. That was the last time I had fast food, like Burger King and McDonald's and shit, and now I'm getting it. It's bad.
It's that
Like,
alcohol.
It's really bad.
That alcohol will give you the munchies like that,
Yeah, no, it does. It does. And then you just get you
and
get
it's quick.
yeah, so I got laid off, so I'm just at home all the time, so I just order the shit super cheap. I mean, we're talking like 11, sometimes anywhere from 11 to $15, and I get this food coming to my place. It's terrible though. It's a horrible existence. I've just
Yeah,
been at
this whole thing sucks, man. Even
Yeah,
when
I
you go
mean-
out in public, it's like things drastically change. You know what I
Well,
mean? Like when this first started, I'd go out to Walmart and like you couldn't even tell anything was different in life. Now you go to Walmart, it's like or anywhere.
Everything's super different. And you know the problem is, in my opinion, and my estimation, is people are bugging out too much about it. Like way too much about it. Like this whole 6 feet apart thing is absolutely ridiculous. Like, dude, if you have the fucking virus, you being in the same store as me, touching the same things I'm touching, you're gonna get it if I have it. That's it.
No,
You say,
it stops
"Oh,
at 6 feet, dog.
yeah, right, yeah, like 6 feet is dude, we had a fucking fire alarm the other day in this building, so everyone had to get evacuated and everything, and we're outside and we're fucking, we're hanging out outside or whatever. We're coming back in, and there's this woman there. She's got her cat and she got her cat in a cage, and she's outside with it, like it's like midnight. And, I'm holding the door open, and she's like, oh, no, it's all set. My roommate went to go open the door for her. She goes, can you keep your distance? Can you just keep your distance? It's like, you're so stupid. Like, I'm holding the door. There's like 20 people walking through it. If I have it, you've got it. You're gonna sit 6 feet apart from everyone for
Right,
how
right,
long?
yep.
Like,
Mhm.
No, if I have it and I'm touching the door and I close it and you open the door, now you have it. It's on your hands. Like, being 6 feet apart is not going to help you. It's not. And so,
Yeah,
and
some
that's
of the
what actually,
precautions are like, does that even really help? Some of them do.
yeah,
Some of them do.
some of them
Like
do. I mean,
all the sanitizing, like that's a good idea.
yeah,
Wearing a mask, that's not going to stop you from getting it, but it stops you.
from
Well, helps
spreading it.
stop from spreading it, right?
Yep,
So stuff like that, like,
that stuff's important. And
and
if
some
I go
things did
out,
need to close, and even in order to like
yeah, some
contain it. Some
places
things
did need
didn't
to
need to be
close.
open.
Yep, that's true. But I think people are taking it too far, and that's what freaks me out. Like, it freaks me out. Like, I think about people who are gonna go crazy. They're gonna go crazy over it, and they're never gonna want to go back to normal, and that freaks me out.
Hmm.
Like, you have to be sane about it. And you know what's worse? This always ends up getting political to some extent. What's worse is that it seems to be that the left are saying quarantine lockdown, and conservatives are more like, oh no, at some point we need to come out of this because people need to go back to work. And I don't understand how that became a political thing. I think
Hmm.
that's just, I would assume that most people would be like, hey, listen, yeah, COVID-19 is a big deal and we need to be on quarantine, but people are losing their jobs and their livelihoods, and small businesses are going under. They're going
Hmm.
under, and that's a big deal. And the economy's getting fucked. It's getting fucked 6 ways to Sunday.
We get that.
So I think it is important. I think a discussion needs to be of how long do we have things in quarantine. I understand that, yeah, the
That's the
longer you
scary
have,
part. Like we have no idea how long this shit is gonna go for, and like it. Like I said in the beginning, I really didn't think it would get like this. Like it's
yeah,
crazy
nobody
now.
did, nobody
I
did.
have no like I don't even know like my birthday's in a couple weeks. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything. I don't know if I can. My daughter's birthday is next month. Are we gonna have a party? I don't know. Can we have a group more of 10 people like by then?
Well, you
Probably
could.
not. I mean, you could, but
The government's not going to stop you. I mean,
right, right. But then it's like, the people we need to protect are like the babies and the people over 60.
yeah, exactly. And so, dude, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying to everyone that watches this, the 10 people that watch this, even if it goes out, you know what we should do? This should start spreading this idea. We should be quarantining the older people and the infants. That's who we should be quarantining. Everyone else should actually start to be going back to work and just stay away from old people. They're doing that in
Yeah.
what, Sweden or Switzerland? I can't remember the country that the left love. They're doing that there, and it's working for them. So I don't understand why we don't do it here. Because again, people need to go back to work, and that shit's important. That's not something to scoff at.
Yeah, I don't even like watching the news anymore, but like I've been watching the news now more than ever. Like I find myself sitting here watching the news like, all right, what is Sununu gonna say? Like
Yeah, yeah.
I need to know what's going on, but I hate it at the same time, especially especially like when it's like Trump's up there, he's saying one thing, and then you got this other group of people, they're saying another thing, and some governors want to open, some governors want to close. Trump says it's okay, but then Dr. Fauci seems to be like he's saying it's not okay. Like it's so
It,
conflicting that it's just
yeah.
stressful. It's like, well, guys, like you guys need to get it together because if you guys don't have it together,
Yeah, everyone's saying different stuff, and you know what? I really did you hear about the whole thing? Like, 'cause this again, they're making it political. I don't understand why. It's not. It really is that political. Really? How is saying, hey, listen, people need to go back to work at some point? How is that political? Isn't that just human? Like you need to go
it's
back
like
to
they
living
can't they
life.
can't drop it. They just can't drop it for anything. Not
Yeah,
even this. Like for this one time. Like can we not worry about the disagreements? Let's just figure out what is best for everyone and what's gonna
yeah,
help. Like everyone's just
exactly. Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, that whole thing that Trump was saying with the whole like dog, like he legit, I watched it. Like he was like, "Hey, listen, what's going on with disinfectants? Is there some kind of way, because it kills the coronavirus, is some kind of way we can, uh, make that ingestible, or could you possibly inject it, or maybe we should look
Mhm.
into that or something." And the left are like, "Oh, he's saying that we need to drink Lysol. Oh, he's saying that we need to do like what the what? What? How did you?" I don't understand it. Again, it's like, dude, I'm not a huge Trump supporter, but you guys are fucking
Mhm.
crazy. They're crazy. Like it. Oh well, so guys, some drank some fish cleaner tank. It's a chemical to clean fish tanks, and he drank it as a deterrent.
Mm-hmm.
because Trump said something about some chemical, and they wanted to blame Trump. Dude, it gets so far
I mean,
away
the way he
from.
worded it, it did sound dumb as shit. Because he straight up said, "I wonder if there's like a way." Like if you take it straight up, like it sounds dumb as shit.
Yeah,
But any
no, that's
sane human
fine.
being knows that.
That's fine. If he's being dumb as shit, that's totally fine. I'm
Right.
not even debating that. If he goes, hey, is there some kind of way we can do? That's stupid. Sure. That doesn't mean you do it. That doesn't mean you
Exactly.
do
That's what
it.
I'm saying. Like what he said was stupid, but like
That doesn't mean you do it. And then if you do it, you don't blame Trump. Said he told me to do it. No, he didn't.
he's
He was
not the
talking
doctor.
to the
Yep.
doctor, and he literally looks over at the guy or the woman. There was a woman. He looks down off the
Mhm.
camera and looks at her and goes, "Is there some way? Maybe we can look into that. That seems interesting. Is there some way we could do that?" That's all he said. He never
She was
said that
probably
you
like-
should do it. Yeah, and she's probably like, "Nah, no, that's impossible." And so be it. That's totally
Yeah, don't
fine.
do that.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I
totally
like-
fine.
I like. There's something about the way Dr. Fossey. Is that how you pronounce his name?
I'm not sure. I think it is Fossey. It's whatever
Something
you
about
want.
the way he looks. He looks like a he'd be in a movie, like some sort of movie character. There's something about him. Every time I see him, I'm like, oh yeah, he's the doctor that's telling you there's about to be an apocalypse or Godzilla's
Yeah.
coming or some shit.
Yeah.
There's something about the way he looks.
Yeah, man.
But,
So I always felt like the shit's getting blown out of proportion. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and it affects everything, especially one of the things I love the most, which is movies. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm dying to go to the movie theater, dying. And then it all started like A Quiet Place 2 got delayed, and James Bond movie got delayed, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. Now it's like everything,
Yep.
everything got delayed. Everything got delayed. I've been watching a lot of movies though. You know, a lot of digital movies, renting, Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Anything new that you've watched?
Me? No, I haven't really been watching a whole lot. In fact, I've been playing games, and I mean, I've been playing games I haven't played in a long time, and I'm doing different challenges and stuff. Oh, and I have the mixtape.
Nice.
Yeah, I made that, so I finished that up. That's
watched,
always nice.
I watched a show called The Outsider on HBO. It has director Krennic in it.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I really liked it until I think the last episode got silly to the point where it was like, this doesn't fit with any other episode that came before it. Like, they just dropped the ball on the last episode for some reason. But everything leading up, the acting and everything, was so good. I tried to watch The Tiger King. I got to episode 3 and I said, this isn't for me. Not my thing, you know. The memes are funny and I get them, you know. I watched enough to understand, you know, but not my thing.
No, I think we talked. Did we talk about that in the podcast? I think we did. I think we covered it a little bit. I always thought that it was like people at work were telling me, "Oh yeah, it's a podcast where these people are getting these tigers, and like you just see like life with tigers." So I'm like, oh, they're gonna have like Michael Jackson, and they're gonna have Mike Tyson, and they're gonna have like these people throughout history and how they own tigers. And no,
it's actually
just
like a murder mystery
Yeah.
documentary type thing. Yeah,
Like, it's
and
not-
It wasn't for me. Like, I like documentaries, and then I like funny shit, you know.
Yeah.
But there was something about combining them that just, I don't know. It wasn't my thing. I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, so
Um,
I don't care about
what
that
else did I
really.
watch?
I heard that I wanted to talk about Resident Evil 3. But a good segue into Resident Evil is that they want to make the Resident Evil movies over again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you
they're
heard
still,
about that.
from what I know, they're still planning on doing the Netflix thing too. I actually heard something about it again not that long ago.
Oh yeah.
It is still in production. Yeah.
Yeah, so I saw the other day that they want to do the movies again, and they want to cast Jill Valentine in the movie, which means that they're going to go back to Raccoon City, which I think is kind of silly. Now, I mean, here's the thing, you know, you get to a series. The series is from, God, it's from '95.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right.
okay, so we've seen Raccoon City how many times? You're not going to make Nemesis better. Like, they perfected him in the movie. The Apocalypse movie, Nemesis is perfect. He sounds perfect. He looks perfect. He's great.
Mm-hmm.
So they cast in Jill Valentine, so I guess you're gonna put her back in Raccoon City. We have how many games in Raccoon
I didn't
City?
hear they were doing this. Do you know like what production team's behind it?
I
Like
don't know
director,
anything
writers,
about it.
anything?
I don't
Nothing.
know anything about it. I just read an article, which maybe it's completely false. Like it might not be a credible source. I don't even know. It's a notification on my phone. Um,
A
and they're like,
notification on your phone.
yeah, it was like a notification pops up on my phone about things that they think I'm interested in, and then I'll click it, be like, oh, what is this? Um,
Oh,
and it was
okay.
oh,
A new Resident Evil movie is in development. I can't pronounce this person's name. Director of 47 Meters Down. I never
yeah, I
saw that movie.
guess I
And
don't know.
Strangers Pray at Night.
Strangers, that's
movie.
dope. Strangers.
Interesting.
But yeah. So anyway, they want Jill Valentine to be black. You know how that is. You know how that is.
I couldn't think. I couldn't. I was like looking on the ceiling for the words. I'm like, I don't. I just. I don't. I don't even. I don't even really have an input. Honestly,
You know how it is. You know how it
how
is.
it is.
Yeah. Next thing you know, Leon's gonna be black. Leon Kennedy's gonna be black next time. Next thing you know. You know, Claire's not gonna be a redhead anymore. She's gonna be Asian. Like I just so sick of it. As the second I saw that, I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna
Speaking
watch it. I'm not gonna watch
Speaking of
it.
know how it is and being fucking sick of it, so you see that Star Wars they announced that they're gonna have a female-led Disney Plus show,
Oh
and
Jesus
right out
Christ.
like when I first heard it, I'm like, all right, fine, like I'm down, I'm down with like Jon Favreau being the head of it, you know, and he's doing his thing. Like Mandalorian, I had some problems with some episodes, but they weren't remotely anything like the movies were. So like
Right.
I remember I told you I see hope in Disney Plus Star Wars shows. I see it.
Yep.
Well, Obi-Wan's been having trouble. And I guess they ended up they got a new writer to come in and rewrite it cuz they don't like what they have, whatever. But I was thinking I feel like because Mandalorian was going on while like Rise of Skywalker was being filmed and put together, so Kathleen Kennedy was busy, you know? Like she had cuz it doesn't seem like any of her fuckery is in the Mandalorian.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? I feel like because Rise of Skywalker is done, like they're done making the Star Wars movies for now,
Yep.
I feel like she has time on her hands and she's showing back up. Like she's showing up to these sets. You know what I mean? Because now Obi-Wan's having all these problems, but they had a story, they greenlit it, everyone was down, and it was supposed to, you know, go into production, start filming. But then they get rid of the writer out of nowhere and they want a complete rewrite. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, what the hell? What's the problem? You know what I mean? And I
Yeah,
feel like
right.
that's it. I feel like she's like,
Right.
all right, well, I got time on my hands. Our Disney Plus stuff is getting way better feedback than the movies were. Like, let me stick my nose in that. So now I'm like, all right, I don't know about the female-led Star Wars show. You know, I have no problem with a female-led Star Wars show, and that was actually like fine. You know, but
Yep.
now that I have a feeling Kathleen Kennedy it has her hands back all up in there.
Right.
I don't know. As of right now, Obi-Wan's still being directed by Deborah Chow, who directed 2 of my favorite episodes on The Mandalorian. That's good. But if she leaves, if she departs, man, I don't know about the Disney Plus Star Wars shows. I don't know. I don't want Kathleen to get all up in there. Let
I
Jon
mean,
Favreau do his thing. He's a fan. He loves Star Wars. You can tell. Like, and he didn't direct any of the episodes, you know? He was just the
right.
producer and he kept everything together. And I think it worked out pretty fucking well.
Yeah, I think I'm too dark now. I'd say that like um you know, I mean, yeah, do I give that much shit about Star Wars? No, I don't. Yeah, the whole thing's
I
just a
I
joke to
I
me, really.
understand.
Yeah.
I've been hopeful, you know? Like I like The Mandalorian. Like I'm excited for
Yeah.
season 2. Really excited for season 2.
But if Kathleen Kennedy's involved in the Disney Plus
Oh.
things, then I mean, you know, what are we doing?
Yeah,
You know
that
what I
like
mean?
that's what I'm thinking, you know what I mean? Because she seems to have a problem with people's ideas and stuff like The director, Colin Trevorrow, was supposed to direct the Rise of Skywalker. It wasn't going to be called Rise of Skywalker, but and then they got rid of him, and then it's like they had the Han Solo movie.
Yep.
I forgot the name of the brothers who did it, the ones who did the Lego movie, but they were directing it. Oh, they pretty much finished the movie, and then she's like, "Yeah, no, bring in Ron Howard, finish this up." Like, what?
Yeah, but she
Like,
has
you
an
shouldn't
agenda.
you shouldn't be figuring this stuff out towards either beginning of production or especially the end of production. You guys should
Yeah.
have a set thing, like, we agree, this is what you're doing. All right, go ahead, film the fucking thing.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
show up like, oh, I know you're done filming, but this is not quite what I wanted, so
Yeah,
have me get to step in. Like, you guys need to just plan it out ahead of time.
yeah, but that's the thing, dude. They're all messed up. They don't
They
They
got to
don't
get
have
the
it
right people,
together.
and they grab the right people. You know, you have Dave Filoni helping write, and he did direct, which I don't think the episodes he directed were very well done because it was the first live action he's ever directed, and you kind of see it, and they weren't really great episodes.
Uh-huh.
But
Why would you
he,
get that guy?
But what I'm saying is they got that guy because he did Rebels and Clone Wars, and he came up with all those. Like, he created Ahsoka Tano. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but he didn't
Like,
do live
I get
action.
to have him, but to come in and direct, that was a bit much. But I think you're in a step in the right direction is bringing in someone like him for the writing team. Like, that's perfect. Hell yeah, bring
Oh,
him
yeah,
in.
yeah.
And then John
For the writing
Favreau,
team.
John Favreau, I remember when they did the announcement that they were doing Mandalorian, he was like giddy. He was excited. He's a fan. You know, it's like seeing Kevin Feige up there when he would be announcing things. Like, he was as hype as we were, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
But
that's a
Kathleen
step in the
Kennedy,
right
that's
dir-
not
but
who
she's not a
Kathleen
fan.
Kennedy
She doesn't
is.
give. Yeah, they need to get her out of there. It's the only thing that's going to save Star Wars is getting Kathleen Kennedy out of there.
Yeah.
Because
I
I
mean,
don't like her agenda. I don't like her agenda. And like I said,
yeah.
no problem with doing female leads and like, that's fine. But there's a way to go about it, and Kathleen Kennedy doesn't go about it that way.
No,
Ever.
right. Well, it's all predicated on hatred and resentfulness, and they think that women are inferior to men, and so I
Why would they
believe.
even think Star Wars fans, dog? Star
No,
Wars.
no, here's the thing.
You
Well,
think
here's
we're
the thing.
We're the fucking crowd to do it to?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with the leftists, and again, dude, always gets political. Always. You can't avoid it. You know. They think that they have a responsibility, given the fact they have an opportunity to work with such a big franchise and have so many eyes on them. So if I have 3 million eyes on me, I need to make sure that I get these ideologies and these belief systems out because I'm such a good person. I'm such a good person that I need everyone else to see how good of a person I am, and women are amazing and black people are incredible, so I have to push that message through the movie, and that's why they pick Star Wars, is because Star Wars is such a big brand and there's so many people watching it.
I don't understand where the ideology of this started. Like, what makes you think the movie audience doesn't want to see females?
Well,
What, because you dropped the all-female-led Ghostbusters movie and it was terrible?
Well, that's the thing.
There was women in it.
Right. No, they don't. Yeah, they don't get that. They don't get that. I mean, they don't. I mean, if you think about strong women in video games and movies, they're the reason why we like them. And we don't even you don't even think about it. You see how irrelevant it is? Like, I don't think. I have to sit back and think. Like, oh yeah. Let me see. Female characters that that are super strong. Like, gee, I don't sit and consciously be like, damn. We need a woman here.
When
we
did
need
the first
women here.
Aliens come out?
I don't know, 80? 85? I don't know. 86 maybe? Or probably 84 maybe?
Everyone loved that. Everyone loves Ripley. You know?
Metroid Prime. Like,
fucking Princess Leia, you know?
Yeah, Tomb Raider.
It's all about how you go about it.
Yeah, exactly. We don't care. We don't even care. We don't. If the Master Chief took his helmet off and it was a woman, I'd be upset. And there's good reason for that. It's because I believe he's a man.
Well, there's certain reasons. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I really don't care. And so when you take a character who is supposed to be one way and then you change their color or you change their sex, you're only doing that to appeal to either your ideology or a market of minorities. That's it. That's the only reason why. You don't give a shit. You see, like these People who want to take Jill Valentine and make her black, you're not a fan of Resident Evil. You know why? Because any logical, regular fan of the series wants the character to represent the way they are in the game. Why wouldn't you want Leon Kennedy to be the way he is in Resident Evil 4?
Drastic. That's so drastic.
You're just doing that because you want black people to go to your movies. And so, dude, this is part of the reason why I stopped watching all that dumb shit. I haven't watched any of these movies. I've been playing games. I don't even watch movies. Unless it's built on a real true story
like,
or something.
The perfect example of like just proving them wrong is Brie Larson basically set me up to not like Captain Marvel. I went into Captain Marvel like, all right.
Yeah,
and I walked down and I was like, I like that movie. Like that movie's dope. Like I've seen it multiple times. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there was little things here and there, but overall, like they were just trying to make a good movie.
Yeah.
For the most part, besides the little stuff here and there, but like, whatever. I mean, you know, you have the female superhero that's the lead. Like, you know, you can have a little fun for like the little girls, you know, whatever. Like girl power, hey, fucking do it out.
No, it's just when you try to make men lolook worse, and
yeah, when you start making men look like fucking douchebags for no apparent reason.
You know what it is? It's this, because me and my buddy, well, me and my buddies talk about it, but you know, it's. What it is an insecurity. It's an insecurity of men being superior to women. They think in their minds that men are better. Therefore, they have to prove that they are not. And that's where that hatred and that resentfulness comes from. And so they have the guy at the motorcycle, and he's like, you know, he's not even doing anything really wrong. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But she's got to be like a villain. She comes off as a villain in that in that scene. But they do that shit all the time, and who cares? Who cares, dude? Who cares? What do you want? Why watch this?
Like I've said it before, I hate when you start fucking with things that I really care about. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I love movies, love superhero movies. You know, love Star Wars, and then it's like, this is the shit you're picking to do this in. Like really?
Yeah. Listen.
Like, really?
Every
Stop fucking
time
my shit up.
every time you get something good that you like and it gets super popular, it's only a matter of time before some leftist gets in there and starts
even Mortal Kombat
ideology. Even Mortal Kombat, and no matter what it is, it's only a matter of time. And that's why you have to
only ignore
appreciate
it for
things.
so long.
Yeah, well, that's why you have to appreciate what came before it that was untainted. You have to appreciate this. Oh, we want another Mortal Kombat.
The gems in there.
It's like, well,
the gems in there.
Yeah, you got good one. Oh, we want another good Star Wars. Well, you got 3 at least that are really good. You got 3 movies of Star Wars that are fire. So, you know, everything after that, you're getting lucky.
I can't even say that I like it still now. But, like, I really did like Force Awakens, you know?
Yeah.
I almost feel like they started off right, you know? But, whatever. We don't have to get back into the fucking
whatever.
Story,
yeah, you got another topic?
You hear about AMC and Universal?
Yeah, I heard about that.
All right, so first off, like, AMC's... I believe, they did file for bankruptcy.
Wow.
For sure, yeah, which is, like, scary, because at first I was scared, you know, because AMC is the biggest movie theater in the world. Like, it's everywhere. It's the biggest movie theater chain. And it's like, if that one goes bankrupt, like, what's that mean for movie theaters, like, in general? But then I thought about it, and I'm like, well, these movie companies, like, I'm sure they'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, the movie companies need AMC to stay open so they can put their fucking movies in it. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So they'll work something out. Got to. Like, loan them some money or figure something out. So that didn't worry me too much. And then, so the whole Universal and AMC thing, though.
Yeah,
So Trolls ended up, because they have all these VOD movies that came out, like, straight to VOD, not going to theaters. So, let's see, every year. So Trolls made $100 million off of those sales.
Yeah, okay.
Which I mean makes sense. You know, it's a fucking pandemic. Kids are home. Like, of course, you can't go to the movie theater. Of course, more people are gonna buy it than ever.
Yeah.
So, the CEO of NBC Universal came out and said, as soon as theaters reopen, we expect to release movies on both formats.
Okay.
So they want to put it in theaters, but also put it on VOD for people who want to see it at home.
Okay.
Which is like, so then AMC came out and they're like, AMC AMC believes that with this proposed action to go to home and theaters like simultaneously, Universal is breaking the business model and dealings between our two companies.
Yep.
Which this was something that they agreed on countless years ago.
Yep.
Like you can't do that.
Right.
So then it's like Universal's being the dickheads, first of all. Like they're jumping the gun. Like, what are you even thinking? Okay, your movie made $100 million. You got to put everything that's going on into perspective when you're thinking about it. You know what I mean? Trolls 1 made $346 million. You know what I mean? Like, you made $100 million, and then I was watching Campia, and he was breaking it down. He's like, what they're saying isn't even true. They're saying that they would make more right now than they would if they put it in theaters, but he broke down all the math, and they still as of like a couple days ago, they were still losing $53 million.
Yeah.
After like the budget and marketing sales.
Yeah.
And it's like, you put that into perspective. I mean,
they're
like,
doing
you're
this
not gonna
power
make that
play.
money. You're just gonna do that every time. And then there's movies like Universal does the Fast and the Furious and Jurassic World.
Yeah.
You're telling me, like, you think you're gonna make more money putting it on both than just putting it in the theater? Like,
No.
And then there's the fact that, like, okay, yeah, it's $20, but like,
That's
after
too
the
much.
pandemic, if you start doing this all the time, the new fucking James Bond movie can come out and it'd be like, hey, Darren, I got that shit for $20. You want to come over and watch it? Have a fucking party, a whole bunch of people over, and we all watch it for the $20 I spent. Like, you're losing money. I just think that's so dumb. That
that
would
is
even do
foolish.
that. And I get why AMC was like, you know what? Then we're not playing your movies.
Yeah.
We're not playing. You're breaking our business deal. Like,
Yeah.
And at a low time. They're filing for bankruptcy. So many of those employees, thousands of employees, are unemployed.
Yeah,
they have
right.
no idea when they're going to reopen. And you come out like, yeah, when everything gets back normal, we're going to do both. Because we have so much success off this Trolls movie.
Absolutely not.
It's
And
not
you know
right.
what? You know what?
Not
The
right at all.
only logical explanation as to why they would pull that move off is because they see that they made X amount of money, and they're thinking in themselves, well, nobody's at work, no one's really getting paid, and they're still buying the movie.
Right.
So when the virus is over and we continue to do it, we're only going to make more money doing it that way. That's
like
the only logical way.
It's like they're thinking of it how I would think of it right off the bat, not like how
Yeah,
a business CEO, you know what I mean? Like right off the bat, like, oh, I just got all this money, and they get 80%, I believe, of the VOD profits, and they only get 50% in the theater. But it's like when you really start evening everything out, it's like you're gonna make way more putting it in the movie theater.
Yeah, that's the reason why you've been doing it this entire time.
And you're going to come out and do it, and then Regal came out, and they're like, look, like, if that's what you're going to do, we're not going to participate either. Like, Universal, Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
You want to play games? You want to play games with the movie theaters? What at this low time? I'm Team Universal. I'm Team AMC all the way. I'm supporting AMC 100%. In fact, like, if I could still pay for my movie pass, even though I'm not going, like, I would.
Yeah.
But they won't let you. But I would just support them. Like, I love AMC.
Yeah,
I miss going to the movies.
Yeah, I think that's an important company, and that's part of the reason why we need to open up the United States. That's part of the reason why people need their jobs. We need the companies back. People need their livelihoods. And to just neglect them. To just neglect them and say, well, people will die if we open the government up. Well, guess what? You need to balance that. And every good policy that has ever been created is some sort, Josh, it's always this. It's some sort of balance between human life and the quality of human life. Always. Anything. You think about it. Military, shit. Whatever it is you think. Okay, well, how many people are going to die if we do this? Okay. Well, how better is human life going to be if we allow that? And then we balance it out. And to act like I don't have the answers to that. You don't have the answers to that. Nobody has the answers to that. No, we don't know how much we're going to balance, But we need to talk about that. There needs to be a discussion. There needs to be a discussion about when we're going to open up and how bad we're going to let things go.
And then why are they having this debacle on social media? Like some fucking teenagers. You guys are the CEOs of AMC and Universal.
Oh, they're on Twitter and
stuff?
The
way your guys are finding out information is because it was put out online. Like, it all started
Right.
when Universal reported it to some, I don't know, Hollywood Reporter or something like that in an interview. But then they end up online, and like AMC's like, oh, well, if that's how it is, then blah, 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 we're going to do this. And it's like online now. And it's like, call this motherfucker. Call him. Be like, yo. You're like, what are we doing here? We both need to survive. And I firmly believe the movie companies need to help the movie theaters, especially AMC, being the biggest movie theater in the world.
You would think it would be imperative to the companies to make sure the theaters don't go down. Yeah.
Save the movie theaters. Like, you got all this money. You're putting all this money into these fucking dumbass movies. How about you put it into this, you know what I mean? Instead of making Men in Black 6 with all transgenders, how about you make fucking, you know what I mean? But
yeah, so you know how it is. I don't know.
Yo, something else I got to bring up, right? You hear about Martin Scorsese?
Oh no, what did he say? What did he say now?
Martin Scorsese,
Jesus Christ,
he has a new movie called what is it, Killer of the Flower Moon or some shit like that. Killer of, I don't know, some book. You know, he does adaptions of nonfiction things, you know. So he has an upcoming drama film starring Leonardo DiCaprio and with the Paramount company.
Yep.
For a budget, he wants $200 million.
Okay.
$200 million for a science fiction film about a series of murders that occurred. It's like real, obviously. It's Martin Scorsese.
So it's a documentary type thing? Oh no, not,
you know,
well,
like how we usually do, like a documentary, but based off, you know,
it's
real
it's
stories,
true
like
story.
The Irishman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wants $200 million for that film. Now, if Martin Scorsese was making a mafia movie with mafia astronauts that got to take care of shit on Mars with, you know, CGI de-aged every old mafia movie actor, then I'd be like, all right, give him the $200 million. Like, this is gonna be crazy. This movie takes place in Oklahoma, and it's about a series of murders. He wants $200 million.
Why does he want that much?
I don't know. He never gave a reason. I looked everywhere. I'm like, he had to have been like, I want $200 million because... Nah, he just wants $200 million. So Paramount is now considering either giving it to someone else or having someone else come on to help them pay for it.
Oh.
And it's like, guys, I respect Martin Scorsese just like the next film lover. You know what I mean?
I lost some respect for him, but
like I respect his movie. Like, he makes good movies.
He's
you know
made
what
some
I mean?
great movies.
So like when he's like, okay, I want to do a movie, like, you get behind that. You get behind Martin Scorsese wanting to make a movie. You do that.
Yeah.
But when he says, I want $200 million, are you scared to tell him no? Like, what's going on? Oh,
it
you're
depends
like, oh,
why.
maybe we can get someone else to do it, or we can get someone else to come on. He only wanted 106. Well, not only wanted 160 million is a lot of money too.
Yep.
But
for
he wanted
what,
160 million for the Irishman, which is a shitload of money that he asked Paramount for, and then Netflix ended up taking it because Paramount wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Okay.
So now he's like, now I want 200 million, and it's like, for what? For what?
Yeah. For what exactly?
You don't need $200 million to make a fucking movie.
Well, how much did
Not of that caliber?
How much did like Iron Man 3 cost?
I'll check right now.
You know, like how much are like the Marvel movies?
Iron Man 3 had a $200 million budget.
Iron Man 3 had $2 million.
dot.
Yeah, so Martin Scorsese does not need that money. He's not making this big CGI movie with all this. He's not,
No.
so he doesn't need it.
Look,
Isn't that ironic that he criticizes Marvel for their amusement park movies and then he wants a budget of $200 million? For what? You're going to give 90% of it to Leonardo?
Man, right? You didn't see Invisible Man, right?
No, I didn't.
Oh, Doug, you gotta see that movie. We gotta talk.
I want to, but they have it $20 to rent it.
Yeah, that does suck. It'll be out on Blu-ray eventually. It will, but like, yeah, because I'm gonna buy it when it comes out for sure. I really like that movie.
Yeah.
That movie had a $7 million budget.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
a movie about an invisible man. Your nonfiction film about a series of murders that took place in Oklahoma does not need $200 million.
No,
And I
it
don't
doesn't
know
seem like it.
why Martin Scorsese is just tripping sack. I
But
don't
maybe there has
understand it.
something to do with maybe. I mean, honestly, maybe he wants to do de-aging throughout the entire movie again.
He
You know what
only
I'm
needed
saying?
160 to do it in Irishman, and he did it to a shitload of characters.
Maybe he's doing that again. I don't know. I don't know. Cause why?
I don't know. I
mean,
feel like he doesn't have a good reason. I really don't. But I hope he comes out soon and says it. You know,
yeah. I'm surprised he
Captain
hasn't
Marvel
already.
had $152 million budget.
Yeah. So what do
They
you
had
need that
they had
money
a CGI Samuel L. Jackson and what's his face the whole movie.
for? Yeah. So what does he need
$200
$200 million for?
Oh my God! And that's why. See, that probably adds to why these movie ticket prices just keep going up and up and up because they're spending more and more and more money on these films. You know what I mean? Which some of them make sense, but even like $1 billion. It was $1 billion budget, right, for Infinity War and Endgame. It's like
Something like
500
that.
million for each. Like,
Yep.
I mean, I'm not an expert, but I kind of feel like you could have did it for a little bit cheaper. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like
if you did, you could
500
have did it for
million.
cheaper, but they wouldn't have looked as nice. You
You
remember
think
how
so?
they looked? How you know how good the CGI
Right,
was
right.
in
It looked
Infinity
awesome.
War? It was
It looked
crazy.
awesome.
That's only
Yeah.
because you have such a high budget, though. You can't do that on a
Million.
$200 million budget, you know.
Jesus Christ. Just Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? And then Jesus.
Because Josh,
I can't
think
even
about
wrap
it.
my
It's
head around that.
cutting edge technology and a tremendous amount of people working on it. That's where that money goes to. And so if you
It's like looking up different movie budgets. Like District 9 had a 30 million.
30 million and for all the CGI and all that's a sci-fi what is so Scorsese I don't think he could justify
That's
200
what I'm
million.
trying to say. I feel like Martin Scorsese does not need $200 million. It's almost like ever since the whole thing started, they didn't want to give him the money for the Irishman, but they're giving, $1 billion for 2 Avengers films.
Yeah.
He just got butthurt. Now he's like, well, I want $200 million for my new drama starring Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah,
Like,
I think he's starting to get away from the art and the love of the craft, and he's sort of getting into this ego tripping type thing, which happens. It happens. It happens to professors. It happens all the time. You get these people who believe they deserve more than they really need just for the sake. It's almost like a power play. It's almost like a power play.
Himself, though. Like you do a $200 million budget film that's not including marketing. You need to make a lot of money off that movie to make profit, you know what I mean? But they went and made fucking The Invisible Man for $7 million.
Well, his argument would be because I'm Martin Scorsese and I make such great movies that so many people will go at that I can justify a $200 million budget. That's his argument. And so be it. If his movies are extremely popular, then so be it. He's trying to leverage his name. But what I'm saying is that, dude, you made some of the best movies, in my opinion, ever. Like some of my favorite movies without that budget. And so if you had the same mindset, like you made Raging Bull and Goodfellas and The Wolf of Wall Street and Irishman, and you didn't have 200 million. So to pretend as though you can only get this movie done with 200 million, that just shows me that you're not in the same creative space and you don't have the same passion for the art as you did when you were younger because you were able to make those classic movies without the budget.
Right.
So that's
I don't think
what
Irishman would have did very well in the theater either. I don't think
No.
it would have made, you know what I mean? But like you have someone like Christopher Nolan, it's an event every time the fucker drops a movie, you know what I mean? He makes a lot of money off pretty much every movie he drops in the goddamn theater. It's always an event.
Yeah, but they're not over 3 hours long.
Right.
See, like The Irishman.
So
That was the kicker.
Martin Scorsese is just so full of himself, and he's one of my favorite directors of all time. You know,
Yeah.
like
Well, I think he changed.
really be your own homies.
Yeah, I think he used to be amazing, and now I think he's changed. I don't even think his movie quality has gone down that much. Well, maybe so though, because The Irishman doesn't have anything
I think
else
it got
on anything
tired.
he's ever made.
I think it got tiring. You know what I mean? Like we're kind of just like The Irishman was like, what new did we really see besides your CGI de-aging? That was That was the thing in that movie. Like that
Yeah.
was the thing. What did we see that we haven't seen him do or any of those actors do before? You know what I mean? Besides the
Right.
CGI. Like that was the gimmick of the movie.
Yeah.
Like
That's
without
true.
that CGI de-aging, The Irishman, like I don't know how much enjoyment I really would have got out of it. Honestly,
Well, I don't know.
It's
'Cause
not
I
a
think
bad
that
movie, but like it
no,
was
Josh.
just
I
everything
think
I've
that
seen before.
I think the CGI de-aging makes it worse. I don't think it
You
makes
think
it
so?
better.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it makes.
I
I think
really
it makes
like
it worse.
some of it. Really had me engaged. Like seeing Joe Pesci, I was like, oh, that looks weird. But
Yeah,
Robert
but
De Niro looked messed up.
no, but not even
Yeah,
that,
a
dude.
lot of
If you
parts,
got
but
if you got if you got actors and actresses that, like, and this is the thing with, I think we've talked about this before. Like, dude, like,
there's other actors to use.
yeah, like
Right,
to
right, right.
pretend like Robert De Niro's the best and we can only get this movie done with him. It's like, no, there's other people out there that are just as good as him.
Right. So
You
that then because so using those same characters, right? But say you didn't CGI de-age them, I feel like that wouldn't have appealed to me really because I've seen these actors do this and this like kind of movie, you know what I mean? But if you got different actors to do The Irishman, you know what I mean? Like John
Yeah.
Bernthal was playing a character, and you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
like younger
Then I
people
think
you
I'd be
don't
more
have to
engaged.
age.
But
Yeah.
the only thing for this movie that kept me really engaged was the CGI de-aging. You know, I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
even
but
watch
that's-
it in one swoop.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. Yeah, one sitting is too much. But that's part of the problem is that he should have selected people that were different that could do the role just fine. But he wanted to go back to his original crew, and he had to de-age him, and that became a thing for the movie. But I'm
Which
just
is-
saying,
yeah.
younger version of himself would not have done that. How do you think he
If
found
you
Robert
have
De
these
Niro?
if you have these younger like characters that you need, get people around that age.
Exactly. That's
Straight
how
up.
he found these actors. That's how he found them.
Mhm.
If you go back to the 80s with Taxi Driver and Raging Bull, he wasn't picking people that were 80 years old. He was
Right.
picking Robert De Niro, who was 25 at the time. So, yeah, he's sticking to his guns and he's sticking to the people that have been with him forever. And so be it if he wants to do that. So be it if he wants to do that. He just can't act like his shit doesn't stink. That's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mess with that.
Yeah, fuck Scorsese.
No, I feel that way too, but like that movie that he's wants $200 million for, probably gonna watch it because got my boy Leo in it.
Yeah, I'd want to see it. Yeah, but is it? Yeah,
Fuck.
it's if
At
if
the
he
same
if he
time.
s- if he switched out, if he didn't have DiCaprio in it, would I be hella interested in it? Probably not. So I'm more interested in DiCaprio than Scorsese at this point. So
Mm-hmm. What else do we got on this?
there's a Mortal Kombat movie that came out. Animated
Did you watch
one.
it?
No, I didn't. It was expensive, and you can't rent it.
I
yet,
watched,
so I'm not doing it.
Because it's basically the first Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah,
Just by Scorpion's perspective.
Kinda. Well, they go through other people's perspectives, but
Okay.
Scorpion does have he's the main character.
Yeah, only thing I've heard of it is Jeremy Johns, huge Mortal Kombat fan, and he did a review on it, and he really liked it. He said he really liked it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I haven't
I
seen
kind of
it
want to, but again, I want to rent it. I'm not gonna spend $20 to buy something, and I don't even know it's
If
just
you
some
like it or
animated
not.
thing.
Yeah,
But
that sucks. That just sucks.
yeah, it's too much money.
Yeah, I don't even know what movies I'm looking forward to coming out at this point. Everything's delayed either to like the way end of this year or next year. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
oh, I do got something else actually. So this motherfucker right here. You saw this?
no,
You see the little teaser thing they did for the new Venom movie?
no, I didn't.
It was just like a title teaser. You know how they do that? They don't show you footage, just a thing to the title. But yeah, that's the new Venom movie. They also announced that it got delayed from October to next fucking June, which fucking aggravates me because I want to
That's
see
one hell of a delay.
It is. It's because of all the other movies. Like if you move this movie, you got to move this movie. Because their goddamn Spider-Verse that they got. But thing that made me laugh right off the bat is Venom. Let there be carnage. Talk, if this movie's PG-13, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Let there be carnage. Oh my god.
Let there be
Oh my
carnage.
God. I hope they get the green light to do a rated R. You know what I mean? I really do.
Seems like it's gonna be corny if they don't.
Yeah. And Let There Be Carnage is kind of silly too, and it's almost like they're playing into their campiness. You know what I mean? Like Venom had that like kind of goofiness to it. You know, it didn't take itself it wasn't a civil war. You know what I mean? Or something like that. It was a fun movie. Like again, another movie I've seen a whole bunch of times. I've seen Venom quite a few times, and I enjoy it every time. Like I watch it and I'm like, this isn't some of the stuff we've got from the Marvel universe,
Right.
but like I like Venom, and I'm excited to see Venom too. I just want to see Venom be Venom. You know what I mean? I want to see what kind of design they do for Carnage. See what he looks like.
He's gonna look nasty. I can
Woody
tell.
Harrelson's gonna be dope as Cletus.
And they
Woody Harrelson's already he's proven himself.
See, here's the thing, and one thing they know about the Venom movie is that they know that they should make him look a certain way because that's what the audience wants. Like they perfected him, and then they released the movie, and it wasn't like Sonic where everyone saw it and was like, oh, this is garbage. Everyone saw Venom and was like, oh, damn.
That movie's for Venom fans. It really is.
You know what I'm saying? You see Venom on screen and you're like, holy shit. So, and they know
it's like
that
people who are fans and people who actually love what they're doing actually did that movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but I think the people
it was handled with I don't think it ever, like I said, has that campiness. I don't think they ever were like, this is going to be the, I think they were like, let's
but I don't think the movie was that good anyway, But I think that the people, my argument is that the artists who created Venom were true fans, and they were sick and tired of Venom. They didn't want Venom to be depicted scrawny like Spider-Man 3. No, they were like, yo, if we're doing a Venom movie, he's going to look
he's got to be Venom.
Like Venom 100%. I think that's what they pride themselves on, and I think they're going to do the same for Carnage. I think Carnage is going to look fantastic.
And I love I always mess up Tom Holland and Tom Hardy. I always mix their names up. But Tom Hardy, I love him as Eddie Brock.
He's great.
And I'm really like, and then have someone like Woody Harrelson coming in to be Cletus. Like, it's just gonna be. I'm not like I said, I'm not expecting this award-winning movie. Civil War or Infinity War. Like, I know what I'm walking into, and I'm probably gonna enjoy the hell out of that movie. Like, I can't wait, and I'm so upset that they pushed it so far. But like, they pushed all their movies. You see that they finally picked a name for their Spider-Verse.
Oh, what is it?
The abbreviation is SPUMP.
Spump?
Spump.
Spump.
It's Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel characters.
Oh my god.
So what?
Whatever.
I've been calling it Spider-Verse, and I think that's fire.
Yep.
You're going to call it Sony Pictures Universe of Marvel characters? That's not even completely... I mean, it's kind of true, but it's kind of deceiving also. It's like, yeah, it's Marvel characters, but it's only Spider-Man characters.
And maybe some obscure Marvel characters they got. They should just call it the SMCU. Sony's Marvel Cinematic Universe. Why not that? SMCU.
Or just the I think Spider-Verse is the most fitting
Spider-Verse,
one. You know what you're getting, you know what I mean? I don't understand what the hell they're doing. I have no idea. You know what I mean? They got one more Spider-Man movie under Marvel, and then, Tom Hardy's been dropping hints on his Instagram, like pictures of Spider-Man and stuff. Like, they are bringing Spider-Man into that universe. I'm telling you right now. He is coming to the Venom, Morbius world. Like, you have Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
In the trailer,
they're gonna do it.
That's him. But it's like, how are you about to do this? How are you gonna do it? You know what I mean? Because you got to completely take him out of the universe. Because Kevin Feige's not having the Venom thing, especially if you do a rated R Venom.
Yeah, right. He's not doing it.
I don't know how the hell but I don't care about any of those movies except for Venom and Spider-Man. Those are the two.
Yeah.
Oh, and Into the Spider-Verse too, because our boy's in that one.
Oh, yeah, Spider-Man 2099. Oh, yeah, part of that statue broke, by the way. Part of that statue broke again. That statue is garbage, dude. That thing's just waiting to break. It's broken 3 times now. I broke the smoke part. I broke his webbing cape thing, fell off, broke. So I'm moving all my stuff, and I'm trying to get him off the base. And I'm gentle with it like I always am, and I'm getting him off, and the piece on the front where his foot connects, it explodes. I don't even know where it went. It's in my car somewhere. The debris, it bursted off. So the base is garbage. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. No, it was waiting to blow up.
I showed you the pictures. I got starting to collect movie posters.
Oh,
movie
yeah.
posters. I'm starting with ones that like I remember. You know, like anything from something I'll never forget to, no, it's pretty much something I'll never forget. You
Right,
know what I mean? And that Spider-Man one is one of them, and then that Anakin Skywalker one, where his cape's coming out and it forms into Darth Vader's head.
Yeah. I've never seen any of those. I
That's
don't know where you
crazy.
saw them. I've never
I'll
seen them.
never forget that Spider-Man.
The one that
poster,
I
ever.
like from Spider-Man is the third one where he's on the well, there's two of them. The one at the church where he's down. The one I have a statue of actually, where he's down and he's all in the Venom cause and it's raining.
Yeah.
And he's got that one. I never forget that one. And the other one where he's on the side of the building and the reflection is black Venom side, and then he's red on the. That those are the two Spider-Man ones I remember. But my phone's gonna die, by the way.
Yeah, that's all right. We've been going for an
phone.
hour anyway. We need to wrap this shit up.
Yeah. So
that's all we got today on episode. Who knows? It's been so long. I don't even know. Episode something of the Power Button Podcast.
Yeah.
Hopefully this video even makes it out. Jesus.
I don't even know.
This is cool though. This is cool that we can still do this.
Yeah. This works. This
does work. I feel like you're just sitting in front of me.
Well, we're saying it. We're speaking too early. We might not know if it works or not. It might not work.
This is dope. Like you guys ain't never gonna see this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah. If this works, though, we'll be back to getting these episodes out every week because now is a better time than ever. Everyone's home. We've been missing opportunity right now. Just getting everything set up, trying to figure out how the hell we were going to pull it off.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, that's all we got.
Yeah, that's
I'm
all
Josh
we got
Meany.
for today. Yeah.
He's Darren Beasley. Like and subscribe.
Guys. Until next time, peace
out.
Share.
Fuckers. Share.